Hello and welcome to Singapore. It's my first time here. It's my 42nd country. Very excited to be here. It's supposed to be an amazing city. Can't wait to see it. I think one of the most exciting things about Singapore is some of the amazing buildings they have here, and here's one of them. The greenery in here is pretty cool. That is the Marina Bay Sands, probably the most famous building in Singapore. Look at some of this architecture, it's just otherworldly. Look at this. Oh look, Gordon Ramsay has a restaurant here. Bread Street. The Marina Bay Sands Mall. Attached to the iconic building. Very pricey mall. I just passed a craft beer place and a pint was 18 Singapore dollars, which is about 15 US dollars, just for a pint of beer. Out of my price range. Look at the level of store they have here, you can see why. It's all fancy schmancy stuff. And this cool looking building is actually the Art Science Museum. It's got this lily pond front of it. This is called the Helix Bridge for obvious reasons. It's a pedestrian bridge, very unique, but it's really cool at night. I'll have to check that out. It's starting to rain. First meal in Singapore, had to duck into the Esplanade Mall here because it's pouring rain outside, so I decided to get lunch. This is pork cutlet with fried rice and chocolate cake and a drink. It was like 15 Singapore dollars. Not too bad. Singapore Parliament Building. This is my tiny hotel room that I paid $150 a night for. Singapore is way, way more expensive than every place else in Southeast Asia. Can't go wrong with a name like that. This is the beer I'm having, Feral Runt. That last one was really good. This time I got a 13 Beer Farm Hazy Pale Ale. It's not bad, bit odd, but not bad. This is Chicken Tikka Pizza. Hope it's good. It's a beer place, so I don't have high expectations. Well, obviously I didn't hate it. It wasn't bad. I actually really liked it a lot. Good morning. Today I'm taking a bike tour of Singapore. First I gotta walk there, about a 2-mile walk, but then I'll have a good time on bike tour. It's a big snail. That shell is probably 3 inches long.
I'm going to send you a message, so you should have gotten the message from the 1, 2, 3,
Little
4,
bikes.
5, 6.
It's actually the Formula One track where they have the Singapore Formula One race every year. In October. Can't usually ride on the track. This is really awesome. This is the finish line. Those things on the right are called super trees. The left is the cloud dome and the middle is the flower dome. Building a big new stadium here. Apparently where these columns are is a microbrewery, so I will definitely be going there.
Because if you later when we go to Chinatown, you'll see some durian spot.
Look at those big balls. It's a Singapore river.
Before, right?
A merlion, it's the symbol of the city.
Okay, good, you're good.
Half lion, half fish. Like a mermaid. It's
Anybody
a
else?
lion.
Come. Them, and the building is called Hawker Center. So Hawker Center refers to street food in a building, but it's ironic because
This is the Malaysian, the Arab part of town.
So
There's the big mosque. They were just calling people to worship because it's Friday. That bike tour was awesome. The guide was very knowledgeable. Really liked him a lot. And we learned so much. And it was long, 4 hours. Definitely worth it. Getting here, it's kind of like in a mall situation. But it's not, it's like a food court. This is called laksa. It's delicious. This is what this is. I'm taking an evening tour of Singapore. Gonna see some light shows and things. I don't really know the whole itinerary, but right now we've just been dropped off and we're waiting for our guide, so I'm gonna get some shots of the city. This is the Esplanade Mall and Arena. It's built to look like a durian. It looks like the fruit durian, which is absolutely disgusting if you ever had it. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm in the hate category. I love these trees with the ferns hanging off them. They're huge. This is the Anderson Bridge. It was built in 1909. This is about 100 years old, the Fullerton Hotel. One of the older buildings in Singapore. Next to these huge modern buildings. Sands are just so cool looking. I mean, look at that. Going to some of the same places I went on the bike tour, but this is too cool to pass up. I'm gonna take a river cruise. These are the super trees.
The we import from Malaysia.
That biggest super tree is 50 meters tall. We went to the Marina Bay Sands where they had a water and light show featuring Lady Gaga music, since Lady Gaga was playing concerts in Singapore at that time. I can't play the music, unfortunately, because of copyright issues. but just imagine all this stuff going on with Lady Gaga music in the background. They played Poker Face, Bad Romance, and Abracadabra. Followed up the Lady Gaga light show with a traditional light show, which is more classical and new age music. I actually thought it was better than the Lady Gaga light show. It was fascinating. Hopefully I won't get copyrighted on this one. Enjoy. Good morning. It's my last day in Singapore, last day in Asia for that matter. Very sad. I'm just gonna do some walking around today, seeing a few things, want to go up to the Marina Bay Sands, things like that. Should be a fun day. And this is what comes out. It's pretty cool. This is St. Andrew's Cathedral. Singapore gained its independence in 1965, so they're gearing up for the 60th anniversary of that, which was in August. So we're still a few months away, but they said they have to rehearse and get ready, so they're looking like a big celebration here. And this beautiful building is the Art Museum, with a bus driving in front of it. This is the Victoria Theatre and Victoria Memorial Hall, built in honor of Queen Victoria after she died in the early 1900s. This is the oldest bridge in Singapore, the Kavanaugh Bridge, which you can see right there. It's a very clever statue, kids jumping into the water. I try to go to the top of that. Hopefully it's not sold out or anything. Wish me luck. I'm inside the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. The observation deck doesn't open for another 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go see Gardens by the Bay. I was actually here last night for the light show. At the top of the Marina Bay Sands at the Sky Park. What a view. That's where they're building the new stadium. This is the pit of the Formula One track right there. I was riding my bike on there yesterday. There's the Ferris wheel and the highway. Oh, it's a lot of boats. That's Gardens by the Bay. Another amazing thing is where I'm standing right now, and all this down here is all reclaimed land. It used to be sea, and now it's land. It's incredible. There's the Helix Bridge and the Art Science Museum. And that's Louis Vuitton. that's the Apple Store. The hotel here has an infinity pool, which would be amazingly cool, but the rooms are very expensive. So I'm not going to be able to go over there. That is the National Stadium. They're going to build a fourth tower. It's supposed to be done in 2030. That's what it's going to look like. Pretty cool. That was great. Definitely a must-do if you're in Singapore. This exhibit at our Science Museum, really interesting. Okay, so my goal now is to go up there, see if I can get lunch and a couple of beers. Might be expensive, but hey, I'm worth it. This is my view for lunch. Spectacular. I moved inside. It's hot outside. Roast beef with Yorkshire pudding with potatoes. And this is an IPA. This is good. This is a very expensive lunch, but I guess that view is worth it. This is absolutely delicious. It makes it worth the inflated price. Well, that was a very expensive lunch, 93 Singapore dollars, but the view was spectacular and the food was spectacular. That was Wagyu beef that I had. It was absolutely delicious. I'm at Lion Brewery and I'm having a lager to start. This lager right here. It's actually very good. Got a stout this time. A little smoky, but it's good. I came back to Lau Pa Sat, which is like a huge food court with cheap food. These are Singapore tacos. They're really good. They got chili crab in them. Delicious. This is what I got for my second dish. I hope it's good. And here it is. This is in Singapore Airport. I'm not in the right terminal to see the big waterfall, which is called the Jewel, but this is still pretty cool, actually. Had a great time in Singapore. Amazing city. It is very expensive though, and very hot, but definitely a place worth visiting. So much cool stuff to see. I'm definitely going to go back. It's the end of my 2-month trip to Asia. Had an amazing time. What a great experience.